Hi there, I'm back here with Jack O the Lantern, and we're working on the Module 4. Thanks, Jack. Module 4 review questions. We're going to start here with number 5.
One type of phase change we did not discuss is sublimation. Sublimation occurs when a solid changes directly into a gas without passing through a liquid phase. Does sublimation occur when something is heated or when something is cooled? The answer is, of course, that it occurs when something is heated, because you can't change something into a gas by cooling it, unless it's plasma, which doesn't count. You can't turn a solid into a gas by cooling it.
Excellent. Okay, what does number 6 say?
6. If a liquid goes through...
Let me write this out. Okay, 6.
If a liquid goes through a phase change and all you know is that the molecules slowed down and moved closer together, what phase did the liquid turn into? Well, the answer is once again obvious. Because they slowed down and moved closer together, you can tell it's obvious that this liquid has cooled, thus it must be a solid, because that's the only other state of matter that goes in that direction.
Right, this liquid has cooled to a solid.
Yep.
Okay. If you didn't know it was a liquid, you couldn't say necessarily which phase it was going from.
Oh, yes.
Right. Okay, number 7.
What makes water an exception to the phase change rule?
Okay. We see it with ice. Ice does what?
It expands. It does not contract.
So it becomes
Greater in volume.
Less dense, not more dense.
Yes.
So most, yeah. Okay, so when water enters its solid phase, it expands or becomes less dense. If you remember density, you can see why that's saying the same thing. Number 8.
What is the difference between a chemical change and a physical change?
Density equals mass over volume. Sorry?
What is the difference between a chemical change and a physical change?
Okay, so in a chemical change, what happens?
It is a change that affects the type of molecules or atoms in a substance. A physical change is a change in which...
In a chemical change, the types of molecules or atoms
are altered
in a substance. Or we can just say change.
Altered sounds cooler.
Well, they are altered, they change. I like the active verb more than the passive one. Next, and in a physical change
in which the atoms or molecules in the substance stay the same.
Now that's not to say that you can always like reverse the physical change. Like if you freeze water and then melt water, you can reverse the physical change. But if I cut the paper, which is, right?
It's tricky to put back together.
Yeah, you can't really put it back together. All right. I could make the paper again. I could cut up all the paper and mash it and make new paper, right?
Yes.
Roll it out in my decal.
List the chemical formulas of the homonuclear diatomic elements.
Good. So this is a dog-eared page in your book.
It's on page 115.
And you should have these memorized. What number is this? Number 8? Number 9?
Number 9.
Okay. These must be memorized. You'll need to know these as we go through the rest of the year. You'll need to be able to make the correct type of chemical equations and know that these particular elements are homonuclear diatomics. So they are
Nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine, astatine, and hydrogen.
Okay, hydrogen is H2, right? Astatine is
AT2.
Excuse me,
AT2.
AT2.
Iodine is I2.
I2.
Bromine is Br2. Fluorine is F2. Chlorine is Cl2.
FL?
No, just F. FL is completely different. Oxygen is O2 and nitrogen is N2.
Should be in your notebook.
Yeah. What makes a chemical equation balanced?
Okay, what makes a chemical equation balanced? Yeah. It's what? It has.
If it has no
Same number.
Same number of atoms in each molecule.
So of atoms of each element. Where? On both?
On both sides
Of
the equation.
We're using the word equation like it's a math problem. Is it a math problem?
Not
Partly.
exactly.
Yeah, it's not exactly a math problem. We don't use the equals sign in chemical equations. Instead, we use this, which means yields. Right?
Yes.
Later, we'll learn, can have like a forward and backward. Sometimes there's both sides of the reaction are reacting. Okay, so
that's all.
That's it for the review questions. Thank you for joining us. Happy Halloween.